Greetings, everyone. I am Saint Uno, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
New fat boy when I'm on. It's a whole new fat boy, I'm slipping this shit on. I took.
All right, so we got the one and only Saint Uno jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, man.
Thank you for having me. This is surreal. This is like, whoa,
Yes,
how am
sir.
I here right now?
Nah, that's good, man. Appreciate you pulling up on us today, too, man.
Appreciate you having me, man. This is, a big milestone moment in my career.
There you go, man. Yeah, so how you feeling today, first off, man?
I'm feeling good. I just got off work and shit, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay the bill. I'm a working artist, which I used to think that shit was lame, but now I'm like looking at the whole state of the music industry. I'm like, hey man, it ain't too bad having a little steady check coming in while I make this music thing pop off. You know what I'm saying? So any artists out there, if you in the same boat, man, don't be afraid to say you got a job or some shit, man. You don't want to do no dumb shit. And you said don't curse in the first.
Oh, we good.
We good. We passed the 30 second
keep
mark?
going, man.
Okay, yeah. But you don't want to be doing anything stupid. You know what I'm saying? And miss out on all life has to offer just because you want it super fast. Because that'd be the thing with the money. It's like people be wanting it fast, which I get it, but you know, I'm here to let y'all know y'all got to slow down. Y'all young bloods got to slow down, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I think is lame? Being broke. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Or crashing out.
There
like
was
you said, man.
Money Man had it all over the city. He had a tweet. It was all over. I remember when he dropped one of his albums. It was like having a 9-to-5 ain't corny. Being broke is.
Yeah,
I was like,
absolutely.
right. Shout out to Money Man.
Yeah, I feel like this new generation, they look down at having a job, which is insane, man.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you got to get your money, man.
Yeah.
It's better to get your money legit
Right.
than going out there doing something crazy to,
Right.
Get you locked up and everything, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Atlanta native, born and raised here?
So if you from Atlanta, I say I'm from Stone Mountain.
Okay.
But if you're not
Which
from
is not Atlanta, right?
yeah, that's not Atlanta, right? 'Cause I know people like to get politicky and stuff. But if most people, if they're not from the city, I just say I'm from Atlanta. My name on social media handles is Saint Uno ATL. So, I grew up in Metro Atlanta.
Okay.
But if you want to get specific, like Stone Mountain, East Side. Type
Real
shit.
East Side shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still live out that way today, right?
No, well, I live in Decatur right now,
Okay,
like
so close
downtown.
by.
Yeah, more closer to the city. Yeah, so I'm in the city of Decatur. But I love Decatur, man. I love Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I love that this is a Atlanta-based platform. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm big into media and shit. I remember I think Academic said he was like, Atlanta don't got no like media hub powerhouse. I'm like, what the fuck? And I kind of get what he's saying, but like he gotta know about the Porch.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
And what I like about it is like when we came here in 2017, we built this porch in 2019. At that time, there really wasn't too much media out here.
Right.
But you look at it today, there's so many different platforms that are blowing up.
Yeah.
Like even the guy that drives around in the Cadillac, he just had 2
Cadillac
chains.
Chronicles.
Yeah, he just had 2 chains in the Isley, bro.
Yo, his shit just came.
like
came
last
out.
year, I think he started.
Yeah, so that's funny you bring him. I found out. I think if not his first one of his first ones was Key, and
Okay.
Key is one of my favorite artists. I seen his interview on here. We actually got the same birthday on some fanboy shit.
really?
I know that. But I saw that he did that platform. It was like I don't even know they had like 100,000. Like it was like the first of ever. Now they got 2 chains. That's crazy. So.
Yeah, so just to see the Atlanta media, seem blow up like it is, I love to see that.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to be a part of that and make that happen too. Because that's really, like I'm an artist, but I'm also like a content creator. Like I'm a videographer by trade. So I'm really in like all aspects of this whole media world, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see not just Atlanta be a powerhouse in terms of, rap and music, but also just like media in general, you know what I'm saying? And I got my hand in both of them pots, you know?
Yeah, and it helps you as an artist to have that creative background too.
Yeah, for things like shooting my own videos. I really need to start making my own beats. I just seen your Lil Tony interview. I messed with Lil Tony heavy. I found out he made his own beats. I was thinking about it for a little bit. I'm like, oh no, this solidifies it, man. I gotta get in there. But I just like to be in control of as much as my output as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think as an artist, if you're able to make your own beats, record yourself, and make the songs yourself, it's like you don't have anyone else to blame for the way this.
And then make your own money so you can promote yourself. Cause that'd be the thing too, man. Like promotion is everything. Like spending money is everything. Like everybody got a hit record, I think. You know what I'm saying? At least once in their life, but not everybody has the infrastructure and the network to push it out to people.
Yeah, and you made a video and you shared it recently about how you can get a business loan basically without having a business that generates income.
Right.
Can you break that down for folks?
Yeah, so shouts to Self-Help Credit Union, you know what I'm saying? So actually the reason why I got the loan, I don't know if you was gonna bring this up, but I got a label offer. It's called Sparta. They're like a micro little label
it's
deal.
under 300,
Yeah, it's under 300, right? And I basically got my lawyer to look over it, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I kind of always knew that I wanted to go the independent route, but it does get tempting when, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, Satan comes knocking on your door and it's like, hey, here we go. So I had to really think about it, but since I turned that down, it was like, okay, well, all label is a bank, you know what I'm saying? All they do is front you money and they do hire third-party services where we're gonna send you to off the porch to do an interview, or we're gonna link you with it. So if you can bankroll that yourself, you know what I'm saying, it should be no problem. So with that in mind, I was like, all right, let me go get a loan for myself, and which was actually $6,000, which was, you know what I'm saying, $1,000 more than I would have got from the label. So that works out for that too. So now I'm just basically putting that money in, into all my promotions that I'm doing for my most recent project. This came out, you know what I'm saying, so.
And I'm sure the interest, the payback is so much better, you know, than going through a label.
What? Yeah, like the whole, I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty percentages and stuff, but yeah, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
But you know, people like to say, oh, I'm signed. It's really like a flex for artists to be like, I'm signed, because people say independent artists, but it really just, when you say independent artist, what people hear is struggle rapper, you know what I'm saying? It's like, unless you're at like Ye level or some shit. Yeah. When you already been through the industry, now you independent, that's a little different. So I get it, people be wanting to, they want the validation, but if you can go without that, in the long run, there's a bigger bag in it.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Man. Yeah, so let's take a step back. Talk about your upbringing in the Stone, man. Like, what were you into?
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I want to get into it because I know this is off the porch. I know the go-to question. I was waiting for you to ask.
It's coming up, man.
Let me not spoil it. But yeah, I grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So you said I'm in the process of making it out the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in the suburbs of Stone Mountain, the DeKalb County school system and everything. That's actually where I got into doing camera work and videography and stuff, because the high school I graduated from, Chamblee High School, shouts to all my Bulldogs, they had a video program there, and I knew I always wanted to do something like cool. Like you know what I'm saying? I ain't grow up starving or nothing, but just seeing my parents work all the time and just not be happy and just hate what they do and just come home and, you know what I'm saying, drink and to deal with the problems. I'm like, you know what, like money ain't everything, like there's something more. So I always knew that I needed to have a fulfilling career. So that's what got me into doing video and stuff like that. And then the more I did that, I had always been rapping. You know, everybody in Atlanta raps and shit just for fun. But when I was, I went to college for filmmaking and stuff like that. But the school I went to was hella boring. It was nothing to do. So me and my friends would just go to the studio and rap all the time. And then people kept telling me like, hey, this shit is actually, like, your shit's actually hard. Like, it just started out as something I was doing for fun. But when you have people telling you like, I would really play your shit, light bulbs start to get on your head. And it's like, you know what, I do kind of, I really always wanted to do this, but I just never thought I could, because I didn't come from, you know, like the typical rapper background. You got to be the streets behind you and all that kind of shit. So I'm like, I'll leave that for them. But you know what I'm saying? I think anybody that got talent and a message for the people, it shouldn't stop you from doing what you got to do. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna be a rapper with a job, and here we are now on Off the Porch.
And before that, how'd you get into acting? Because you were in a big movie, man.
Yeah,
as a lead role, right?
Yeah. So shouts to my mom for that. I am a retired child. Well, I ain't gonna say retired, because I might get back. That acting money that's the real one right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so when I was a kid, my mom basically just put me in there's an agency in Atlanta called, they might have changed their name, but it was called Atlanta Models and Talent when I was in it. And she used to take me and my brother on auditions all the time. You know, we never got anything, but all it takes is one. We went to one audition for The Fighting Temptations, which like everybody from Atlanta was in that movie. That was Beyonce's first movie. You know what I'm saying? I played the young Cuba Gooding Jr. in that movie. And yeah, it was a great experience. Made some money, allowed me to, I was so young I couldn't use it, but my parents saved it. They took some too, but I respect it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't mad about it.
There were some expenses along the way,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I took it, it's all yours if we're gonna keep it real. But yeah, when I got of age, it helped me get my first car and everything, so it was cool. But the funny thing about it was, after I did the movie, my agent was like, yo, you did a great job and stuff like that, but if you want to take this thing serious, you got to move out to LA with the big timers, you know what I'm saying? So I like to say that I like turned down the Illuminati to a certain extent, because I was a kid and I was like, nah, I wanted to be a basketball player growing up. That acting shit was just something my mom had me doing. I was like, man, I ain't trying to be, I thought acting was kind of corny for real. I was like, I'd rather just be a baller or some shit like that, so I'm not going to go it. But had I took that trip out there, I don't know, it might have been in a completely different circumstance and situation right now, so.
Was your mom trying to talk you into it, or was she against it as well?
No, she was like super, she didn't have any, she was just like, if you want to do it, we can do it. If not, you know, she was no pressure, which I'm very, very grateful for, because, you know, a lot of time with child actors, their parents, it could be a real like exploitation situation going on. So it was never like that for us, you know.
Did you get to meet Beyonce?
Yeah, I got to admit, she kissed me on this cheek. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget, yep. And she saw I got her autograph and everything, so yeah, it was a dope experience for sure.
And Chloe Bailey, she was in the movie too, right?
Yes, she was. She was my love affair in the movie. My love interest, if you will.
Yeah, and talk about the movies, the response and all that. Did you like go to the movie theater to watch it when it came out, or?
I didn't, but I went to the premiere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The premiere out in Hollywood, it was dope. I got to be on the red carpet. You know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, Chloe, was on the red. It's funny too, cause she actually had she used to call me her movie boyfriend. So she was like a 4 years age gap. So I'm like 8 years old. She's like 4 years old at the time. And before we go to the premiere, she had like you know, kids at school, they be having little play dates and stuff like that. She told her real boyfriend, oh, I gotta go to the red carpet with my movie boyfriend and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. At the time, I'm 8, she's 4. I'm not knowing she's gonna grow up to be fine shit and shit like that. So I just kind of fumbled that one. But yeah, it was dope. Chloe, get at me. You know what I'm saying? If you see this interview.
Regardless, a super dope experience to have, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
So when would you say you jumped off the porch? How old were you at the time?
When I jumped off the porch, I ain't never jumped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? in like the traditional sense. You know what I'm saying? Because when I hear that question, especially for rappers, it's kind of like, all right, what age did you get active in like street life, or, you know what I'm saying, becoming independent or stuff like that, where it's like I said, you know what I'm saying, came from a good 2-parent household and stuff like that, so really, I didn't leave the crib until I went to college at 18 years old, you know what I'm saying, so if you want to call that jumping off the porch, I guess you could, but that's basically when I got my independence and started doing what I'm still doing right now, which is basically videography, essentially. So I went to film school, Shouts to Bard College, that's the school I went to. But when I went, it's a real small school, upstate New York, only like 1,000 people, so it was hella boring. Like I grew up watching like, I don't know if you remember them, you probably remember it, like Girls Gone Wild commercials and shit like they used to have. So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, college shouldn't be like this, I'm gonna go, showing their titties and shit. Man, that shit was so boring and not that, so I was like, damn. So only positive was that they had the studio there. And so we would just be rapping for fun, posting little freestyle videos. I'm mad I took a lot of them down because I thought I was gonna be, which I do have a job, but I was like, oh, I don't want employers to see this kind of shit. But now I'm like, man, fuck, that shit would have been gold right now if I still had them. But yeah, I was just rapping throughout college and people was telling me, your shit is actually hard. Like, why don't you take it for real? You know what I'm saying? And that's when it like clicked in my mind. It's like, could I actually do this? You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I may not be Gucci or T.I. or something like that, but it's like, there's still an audience for, everybody can find an audience. It's just getting to know yourself and getting into that authenticity. That resonates with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's people from the lowest of the lows to the quote unquote highest members of society, you know what I'm saying? If you could just be yourself and be confident in that, people gonna fuck with it, you know what I'm saying?
As long as there's something that someone can relate to, they're gonna gravitate towards it. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you leave college, you come back to Atlanta, do you get a job, you working in film, what are you doing at the time?
I graduate school, and it's crazy too, because I remember when I was a kid, I read one time, it was like an article, it was like, this person graduated Harvard and they started working at McDonald's. And I was like, what a fucking loser, how do you go to college? So I graduated school and I ended up working at Chick-fil-A. A little bit better than McDonald's, but yeah, I got a job at Chick-fil-A, and I actually reconnected, because like I went to school in New York, but when I came back to Atlanta, all my homies that I went to school with from high school, you know, it's Atlanta, everybody's rapping and shit. So I came back home, and they're like, oh, are you rapping? I'm rapping. So yeah, I would go work my Chick-fil-A job during the day. I actually had a little thing I used to do called Live from the Drive-Thru, because at Chick-fil-A, I don't know if you know, the lunch breaks is 21 minutes. They give you like strict, like not 30.
Minutes.
They like, you got 21 minutes to scarf your shit down. So I would do like a little like 1 minute freestyle on my lunch break every day just to be like, hey y'all, I'm rap. On some kind of like making fun of I don't know, I guess I do that a lot now that I think about it. Like kind of poking fun at myself, but in a way that's like, to show people it's like, man, don't be ashamed of your circumstance or situation, no matter what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just wear that shit with pride, you know what I'm saying? And people gonna fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? So I actually just, I don't know if you're gonna ask about this later, but I just dropped a song called Regular, and I shot the video for it. And that's pretty much the whole idea behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a regular dude doing the shit, but like, there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? I take pride in that, so yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. You gotta embrace it, man.
Exactly.
You can't run from your own self, you know what I'm saying?
That's over with, you know what I'm saying? We embracing authenticity 2025 and beyond.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And who would you list as your musical influences? Because you got a lot of different styles, a lot of different sounds in your music.
Yeah, I do. My musical influences, I would just say Atlanta for the most part. You know what I'm saying? All the Atlanta legends like Future, Gucci, grew up on Outkast, Andre, of course, Key, Sa Baby, you know what I'm saying? But then also too, I'm big into like jazz too. So I think that kind of influences, not maybe in terms of like the lyrics, but just in terms of like the feel, the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So people like Dave Brubeck, Miles Davis, all the kind of great jazz legends too. Those people for sure influenced me, if not just to do some cool shit, you know, like they weren't rapping, but it was just, I support all creatives, you know what I'm saying? I think it takes a certain amount of bravery to do anything creative, especially if you don't come from that world and you're like the first, you know what I'm saying, of your family or whatever to kind of get into that. It can kind of rub people the wrong way. So I get inspired by that, you know what I'm saying? People coming from different walks of life and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna pick up this guitar and, you know what I'm saying, or I'm gonna teach myself how to play piano or some shit like that. Like that's what inspires me musically.
I got you, man. So let's fast forward to New February. Let's just talk about the inspiration for the song when you recorded it.
There was no inspiration. So to peek into my creative process, like when I make music, my goal is to just not think at all. Like I like to just become a vessel, you know what I'm saying, for whatever you want to call shit. But so, you know what I'm saying, sometimes drugs are involved, sometimes they're not, you know what I'm saying, and I just go in and I just say shit. So yeah, that's I went into the booth and it was like November when I made the song. Like I don't know why I said words just be coming out of my mouth, and if they sound good, I keep it. And even if they don't sound good, sometimes I keep it. So yeah, I was just high in my crib. I record all my music in my crib, in my studio. So you know, I've made so many songs and I put that one out. And you hear rappers say this all the time. It's like you can never, the ones you be thinking that's gonna be a hit, it's never that. And it'd be the random shit. So I just randomly posted that video because February came around.
And it was snowing.
You know when it snows in Atlanta, everybody's like.
It was like a perfect storm for it to go viral.
It kind of was, but like I didn't plan it at all. It was like, I was literally on a YouTube live. I go live on YouTube a lot, talking about all different kind of things. Like I was saying, I'm like a content creator / rapper type shit. But I was on live and it started snowing and I'm like, oh shit, y'all, I'm about to go shoot a video. And I was like, what can I shoot? And I'm like, oh, New February. And then I put that out, put it on TikTok, and I don't even check TikTok like that. I come back but I started getting messages on Instagram about shit. And I was like, why are random people messaging me on Instagram about this song? Because I put the same piece of content on Instagram, it didn't do nothing, like got like 500 views or some shit. And then I go to TikTok and see that shit don't went viral. I mean, like viral, you know, like 100,000 for me is viral, fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
So I'm gonna call it viral, you know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of comments and shit like that. And it was just like crazy, cause like you go I've been rapping like 10 years now, you know what I'm saying? Just putting shit out. I don't even expect, I just do it for the love, really. Like I don't be super pressed on, okay, this got to get this many views and shit, da-da-da-da. But it is nice to get some recognition and some spotlight and shit like that. So yeah, like I said, I just made a song like I did plenty other times. I guess it was just a perfect storm. So that just lets you know you can't give up because you never know how shit's gonna happen and come together. And I still got a long way to go, but it was definitely a milestone, as this is, you know.
And talk about the comments, because the comments range, you know, from very positive to very negative. To
Bro, I love
people
all,
were just really confused.
I love all the comments. I love bro. I be laughing like a motherfucker. Like, I trust me, I can laugh at myself too. So, a lot of people didn't get it, and honestly, that's like the point. Like I said, I've been making music 10 years. I mix, master my own. I know how to engineer, but I was just in a space, even, you know, we've been talking a lot about authenticity. I was just in a space where I was like, I just want people to hear me. And then I feel like the sound with all that, like everybody done been so auto-tuned out for so long and shit like now, it's just everybody use the same BandLab plugins, and it's like, bro, nobody, so that's something, my whole recent album, the whole thing is unmixed. And then, so a lot of the comments were about the quality, like, oh, you gotta get better mixing, this shit will really go. But in my mind, I'm like, this is the first thing to ever go viral and it's not mixed. So it's like, I'm gonna do with the shit that's working, you know what I'm saying? But I hear what y'all saying. But so that shit was funny. A lot of people had, but it was a lot of more positive comments. It was some negative, but I was actually shocked because I was expecting to see a lot of people just roasting my ass. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. But a lot of people was like, nah, hold on, I kind of fuck with it. And that's really the vibe I wanted to go with. Like, you hear it at first and it's kind of shocking, but then you're like, hold on.
It's kind of catchy,
do I fuck with this? You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like that has more staying power over time as opposed to just doing something that's like, oh, it sounds great the first time you hear it and then you're sick of that shit like after a week or something, you know?
Yeah. And this is when Sparta reached out, and was there other labels reaching out to you?
Yeah, so, bro, I ain't never think a label was gonna reach out to me. I'm like a real struggle rapper, y'all. Like, I just be putting shit out and just for the love. So I thought it was a joke at first because some dude messaged me on IG saying he was from a label or something. But if you're an artist, you know, there's so many people always scamming, trying to get artists to just pay for dumb shit that's not real.
People be hitting me up to sign me. I'm like, I don't even make music.
Bro, there's so many scams, so I just threw it. I like didn't care about it like I always did. But a couple of days went by, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should hit that person back. So I went to my DMs, and I hit him back. I was like, yeah, I sent him my number. Then I get a call, and on the call it says like Warner Bros. Records or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh, he wasn't bullshitting. Like, this is like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Warner Bros. On my phone? I'm tripping. Like, how is Warner on my phone right now for posting a TikTok? Like, that's crazy. Cause I be seeing people say that shit online, but you know, I get real paranoid. I be thinking everybody's like industry plants. I be like, man, I've been doing it 10 years. You can't just organically go viral and shit like that. But I like kind of, oh, maybe you can, like, you know, type of shit. So it was definitely eye-opening for me. And if anything, it just kind of inspired me to keep going harder on social, because now I like know people was watching. So shit, I'm gonna give them something to watch then, you know what I'm saying? So, but long story short, they reached out and I went up to have a meeting, but I ended up not doing, but I asked him before I went though, I was like, can I shoot some content while I'm there, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, sure. He might have fucked up by saying that, but it is what it is now. I got my content and I got my consent, so they can't really do nothing about it. Yeah. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna say stay independent. Everybody can do what they want to do, but unless the situation is like really crazy, you probably want to be independent. Unless you got the bargaining chips to get a sweet deal, which a lot of people don't, you know.
And did you really steal the beat for New February?
Yeah, I steal all my beats, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I'm a struggle rapper. So like, I used to pay for all my beats and shit like that, right? But like, I'll pay for all these beats. My shit get 35 views and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, and I would hit producers and be like, hey, y'all bought your beat. They'll leave me unread and shit. So I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Once I realized you could just upload shit to platforms, and now if you're a big, huge artist, you can't do that. But my little 100 monthly listeners, ain't nobody checking for my shit, bro. Well, I'm gonna buy an album full of, and I know I'm probably pissing a lot of people off, but it's just like, bro, I'm an independent artist. I got all type of expenses. If I can cut one to do this, that, and the third, I'm gonna do that. And I'll be thinking, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like if a song gets so big and then the producer do hit me up, like, hey, you started, okay, that's a good problem to have. You know what I'm saying? People know about me, so now I can do this. But yeah, I be stealing. That's why I'm trying to start making beats, man, because like I'm kind of tired of stealing everybody's shit.
All right, so we got the new album and a short film, both called Unk.
Yeah.
Which came first? Like, what did you come up with first? To make the movie or make the album?
Yeah, so the album came first.
Okay.
And then I was just, so in the opening scene of the movie, I'm just at a bar drinking, thinking about life. And that's literally what I was like. I was at a bar one night alone, and I'm like, bro, should I give this shit up? And then I was like, LOL, that would be funny if this was a movie. And I was like, oh shit, I can make a movie for the album about like my life, you know what I'm saying? So the movie's like really a documentary. Like it's really like about my life. Like you see me go to the label deal in the movie, and like I didn't plan none of that. Like I didn't write a script for it. I had like a general idea, and I just started shooting shit. And along the process, like the label, like I didn't have an ending for the movie, but along the process, the label reaches out. So I'm like, oh, that would be a perfect ending and shit. So it really just serendipitously just came together on some shit. So it was crazy. But yeah, I had the music first before the movie. The movie was just a means to advertise, which it worked out. A lot of people fuck with the movie more than the album, from me keep it honest. Like people really love that movie, and I fucked with it too. But yeah.
So what was the inspiration for the album when you sat down to make this?
Kind of like what I've been saying, like just pure authenticity. Like I just want to just like stop hiding. You know what I'm saying? Like stop pretending. I feel like there's a lot of pretending that goes on, and not just hip hop, but just in music. And I was like, man, like, so even down to the album cover, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking the, you know what I'm saying, the ball cut, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I used to shave my shit, but I was like, man, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna let my shit grow out. I'm not gonna mix this. Like, I'm just gonna make some shit that I like, you know what I'm saying? Because usually when I make music, I try to weigh on what the people like. Man, I just like, I'm gonna make what I like. Fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no, y'all not fucking with me anyway, you know what I'm saying? And then it's looking like they fucking with that. So I think there's a lesson somewhere in that, you know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. That's really the whole, and don't be ashamed about it. And then you'll be surprised. People might actually fuck with it.
Yeah. What are the fans saying? I know it's only been a few weeks since it's been out.
Yeah, they fucking with it for sure. You know what I'm saying? They said they're reacting exactly how I want to. Like at first it's like, what the fuck is this? But then at a certain point in the album, it kind of starts to click. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people that found out about me through New February, since that's how they got introduced to me, there is no learning curve. They just think that's how I sound and shit like that. So, shit, I think it's kind of refreshing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So is Regular, is that the first single?
Well, yeah.
I guess New February was the first
I guess
single.
New February kind of just because that's what went up, but Regular is the video I just dropped. So yeah, that's the first single. That's the one I planned to be the first single, but New February just kind of took off. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I guess that'll be the first single. But yeah, Regular, that's the single that just dropped on my YouTube channel. I'm a regular nigga, do regular shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Will you shoot a video for New February?
I don't know. I kind of like it living in like I still do TikToks of it. So my plan is to just keep making TikToks of New February, and maybe another one to go viral, and just keep doing it like that. And then maybe if it gets to a certain point, I'll do an official video. But for right now, I'm kind of just having fun on TikTok with that.
Gotcha. Do you have a personal favorite song on Unk right now? Or does it change every day? Or
my favorite song on Unk, it does kind of change every day. But the one that I'm feeling right now, it'll probably be Gustavo Fring. Shouts to all my Breaking Bad fans out there, if you know who Gustavo Fring is. But yeah.
And what type of vibe is that song on? That's
kind of like on some, it's more of the upbeat, one of the more fun songs on the album, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my version of club music, but you damn sure not gonna hear it at no club like that. But like, when you just in your room having fun or on some shit, like yeah, that's the kind of vibe it is. Like personal party.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how would you describe your growth as an artist these past 10 years?
I don't think I've grown I think I've always been a good rapper. Like, I've gotten better, of course, but I listen to a lot of my old shit. I'm like, this is cool too. I say the major growth has just been in terms of learning how to navigate social media, even just life, you know what I'm saying? Not being afraid, because it's like a thing when you're like, I'm a rapper, it's like, oh shit, another rapper, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of like all the extra stuff that comes with making music, you know what I'm saying? People looking at you, it's like, but you do shit long enough, people are gonna have to respect it, you know what I'm saying? So that's the growth. It's like, it taught me how to even if y'all not fucking with me, I'm fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And then now people starting to see slowly but surely that's like, it's okay, maybe there's something there.
It's like you need to have that confidence to make other people believe in this.
Yeah,
shit too,
exactly.
right?
So that's like I said, the growth has been mainly in terms of like confidence and just learning how to navigate, market myself, you know what I'm saying, not take things too personal and just realize that this is a business, you know what I'm saying. A lot of artists just treat it like it's a passion because it's a passion for them, but if you want to make it something more than that, you got to realize, okay, it's like a whole, you can't have your feelings in it. Somebody tell you don't like your song, you want to go quit or something. It's like, nah, bro, just figure it out, you know what I'm saying, and keep putting out shit until somebody fucks with it.
Yeah. And you have your own film company, Means of Production, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So talk about some of the work you do with that.
Okay, so Means of Production, my company, we started off doing like a lot of music videos, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I can't believe I didn't mention that. Like back when I moved to Atlanta, I was working at Chick-fil-A, but I was also shooting a whole bunch of music videos. That was during that whole like 2016 Cole Bennett clout era. So like the whole like DIY music video shit, I was shooting the whole, like going crazy. Now it's funny, I've seen like 90% of my clientele done quit rapping, you know what I'm saying? And the cameraman is still rapping, like how the fuck that work? But yeah, you know, it was just during that whole hype. I feel like hip hop has like died down since that whole 2016 wave, which I'm actually kind of cool with, cause I didn't really fit in with the 2016 wave. I can't grow no colorful dreads or no shit anyway, so wasn't nobody really even checking for my shit back then. So now I feel like it's actually a space where something new can happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you shoot for other artists now?
Like I said, a lot of them niggas don't hit me. So, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What I kind of transitioned out of that, since people aren't buying music videos no more, is I've gotten really heavy into like social media management, you know what I'm saying, for like micro influencers, people that have small businesses and stuff like that. And actually making a lot of content for them actually helps me and learns what sticks when I'm making my own content. Absolutely, so it's a useful skill to have. I would recommend any artist to get into like content, because people, these businesses and stuff, they don't know how to, especially it'd be a whole bunch of old people with a bag that don't know nothing about social media. You know what I'm saying? You just show that you know how to get a following and be engaging and stuff like that, and you know how to, of course, do the video aspect and all that kind of shit. Yeah, people are paying for that shit. So that's really a lot what I do now. I do a lot of social media, and then in terms of like movies and music videos, if it's not for me, I don't really have that clientele too much.
I got you.
Yeah.
And you be streaming on YouTube live a lot too, man.
Yeah, I be streaming.
Talk about some of the videos you be shooting on there.
Okay, see, on YouTube, I talk about a lot of shit. I talk about astrology, spirituality. I'm really influenced by, shouts to Dolo the Parliament, you know what I'm saying? He's one of my big influences on YouTube. And he kind of taught me how to, like, promote yourself, promote your music without promoting your music, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's sick of like having, play my song, play my dick, you know what I'm saying? People are so sick of that shit. But if you could just get online and provide value based on whatever you know how to talk about, whether that's business, making money, dating, you know what I'm saying, spiritual shit, anything going on, just getting online and having a mouthpiece about shit, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of allows you to build, but at the same time too, I'm playing my music in the beginning of the live stream and shit like that. At the end of the live stream, I'm saying, hey, go to saintuno.com, buy a hoodie and shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a way to covertly advertise the music, you know what I'm saying? Because people hate just having shit thrown at them. That's what I learned it's like, bro, don't just, hey guys, the quickest way to get somebody to not play your shit is to say, hey guys, go play my shit. People just go run away from it. So it's like, all right, boom. Let me like get them in here through other avenues, you know what I'm saying? And then now that you're here and you're fucking with me, all right, let me see what this music, this shit sounds good too. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of been my formula. And it's been working. Like my first 7 years on YouTube, I had like 200 subscribers. Just posting music videos, not going nowhere fast. So I was like, man, something gotta change. So I just seen how, you know, streaming is like the big shit now. I haven't gotten on Twitch and kicking shit like that. I just do YouTube lives because the thought of like going into another platform. It took me so long to get 1,000 on TikTok and Instagram. Now y'all want me to go, hold on, man, let me enjoy my little couple thousand people I got on YouTube and IG and shit first. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now. So yeah, like I said, content creator, rapper, director, just doing it all, man. Trying to make some shit happen.
No, it's like you wear all the hats, man.
Yeah, I ain't got no hat, but yeah.
What's next? What's some plans for 2025?
Man, the plan for 2025, I got it's make hits, promote, and stay down. So I just made a hit, regular. It's out on my YouTube channel. Go check that out right now. We on Off the Porch right now. I'm promoting. Now, let's say we put this video out, it gets 5 views. Nobody watches regular. You gotta stay down. Don't be like, oh man, nobody fuck with me, let me go quit. No, nigga, keep going. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, it might happen tomorrow, 2 years, 5 years, but just stick to this. Oh yeah, I can't believe I forgot Currency. Currency's my favorite rapper too, by the way. I had to big up Atlanta, but Currency's my favorite artist, you know what I'm saying? And he'd always say, just up over bitches, nigga, stick to the script. It's like, you gotta stick to the script. So my script 2025, just keep making music, keep promoting that music, spending, don't be afraid to, hey, you know what I'm saying? You gotta spend that money, you know what I'm saying? The labels are spending money, so you trying to compete with label artists, not spending no money, you hustling backwards, you know what I'm saying? So getting out of that, putting that in, and then, like I said, just staying down, and if the shit takes off, it do. If it don't, it don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the one thing I really love about Currency is like he turned all of his hobbies into businesses.
Bro, yeah, the weed, like
the cars.
His cars, yeah, exactly. It's like the whole lifestyle. He did, cause he be preaching the independent shit too, so it's kind of, and authenticity, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got a lot of, I can't believe I forgot to say that. You know, I always do that though, when I see interviews, I'm like, damn, I didn't say that, fuck, you know what I'm saying? You forgetting the good answers, but yeah, he's kind of the blueprint for that shit, you know what I'm saying? Just getting people to fall in love with your whole, everything you got going on.
Yep. Go ahead and plug your social media and the website too.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, social media, you can find me at Saint Uno ATL, on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then saintuno.com, I got merch for sale, you know what I'm saying? Clergy Cartel, that's the name of my record label, you know what I'm saying? So we got just one piece of clothing right now, it's a hoodie and shit like that. So you can get that there. And yeah, like I said, check me out on YouTube. The regular video just dropped. And so my whole philosophy behind the hoodies is they're $100 each, which people are like, oh, that's mad expensive. But it's like, man, you got $100. And then it's like, I'm only trying to sell 1,000 of them, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you can get 1,000 solid core fans. Like people be thinking you gotta get millions and billions of streams. Man, you got 1,000 solid motherfuckers that really support you, willing to buy a hoodie, willing to click every time. That's really all you need. So that's like what I'm honing in on, like getting that 1,000, core 1,000, like 300, the movie, you know what I'm saying? That's small, but like it's powerful. And then just, you know what I'm saying, taking this shit over. Yeah,
Belly Gang just sold $100 white tees. Did you see that?
I didn't see that, but shout him out though. But he kind of blew mine though, cause I'm like, damn, he shut down I-20. And like, I'm like, is this what we gotta do to get attention? Like, you telling me I gotta shut down a major highway to get some clout as a rapper? God damn, bro. But hey, salute to him though. It shit worked. Like,
I would have been so pissed if
I'm surprised he didn't get shot, bro. I'm like, how? That's why I think that shit fake too. I'm like, bro, how did you stop 20
fake.
And nobody shot you?
It's not fake.
He must have had like security or something going on.
Yeah, he had a few cars that blocked it, but I don't know if they were security or anything.
Bro, I'm like, that could have went, but hey.
That's gutsy right there.
That's gutsy, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta take risks though, for sure. Yeah. For sure, so yeah.
All right, you got a shout outs you want to give before we wrap it up?
Shit, I shouted out my mama, and I shouted out Dolo the Pilot Man. Shit, I shout out anybody that's already in tune with me, you know what I'm saying, that already subscribes to me, and anybody, I'm shouting y'all out. If you see this interview, you know what I'm saying, and fuck with me after that, then I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying, shouting out my supporters.
New February, I'm on. It's a whole new February, I'm slipping this shit on.